So this comes in a pack of 2. Obviously, it's a doe or a male and a female, a doe and a buck. 2-sided. You can do both sided. Then there are 2 options for transfers. Now, obviously, you could do anything you wanted to these. Some people just take them and use them like they are. They distress them a little bit. It's already a whitewash. It comes this way. But some people distress them. Like they'll just really sand them and make them kind of rough and kind of natural looking. You can use them like that if that's what you want. They're so reasonable, and you're not going to find something like this anywhere. I've never seen it out in the stores. You could just grab that and add it to your decor if you've got something cool going on in your house. Maybe you have a room that is more, natural feeling, or maybe you have a man cave and you wanted to put something in there, but nothing girly. These would be the perfect choice, and I'll show you why. So today we're going to work on this, but let me show you. There is another option. This is called Reverse Winter Deer Patterns. So this is also, it's considered winter, but I'm actually going to use the snowflakes for winter. You could use this year round, or you could use it in the fall. You could use a pretty brown. We have several different shades of brown. We have a dune color that's like kind of like an oatmeal or sand color. You could do them in that. You could do it in one of our browns. I can't think of the brown colors right off. We even have a pretty golden color you could do it in. And then that's the back side. So they give you a transfer. You buy 1 sheet. This is a C-size transfer, so it's a little bit bigger. But you get 4 transfers on there, front and back, for each of the deer. So between this and this little set, you've got a whole decor set up. And you can do both sides. Now, like I said, this will work great for a man cave. You could use whatever color you wanted. Or if you have a home where you have a lot of natural elements and you like to just have some deer displayed. I just love deer. I don't know why I do. I love reindeer specifically, but I just love deer in general. So I wouldn't mind having these out year round. This is the set we're going to work on today, and it is called, this transfer set is called Holiday Deer Pattern. So this is the one we're going to use. I'm going to specifically use the snowflake one. So I just wanted to show you, I cut one out, but I wanted to show you what it looked like as a full sheet, and I'm just going to cut this other out because I need one for girl and one for boy. Like I said, I probably will do these on the back side, and I'll probably order another set that I can do that other really pretty transfer that I have here. So I really need to order another set. But these are how I would probably use them the most, so I've decided I'm going to do that. I'm going to mark on the back what they are. Real quick, because I like to mark the back of my backer sheets, because obviously these 2 guys are about the same size, and if I'm working on them and I wash them and I set them over to dry, I want to be able to put them back on the correct backer sheet, because when you cut it, you're never going to cut it exactly right. So I always mark the front and the back of my transfers. Just a little helpful hint for you if you're getting these transfers for yourself, how you can also help organize them. So just bear with me here. I'm going to cut these out. And like I said, I don't know time. We'll see how the time goes. I'm going to try to keep this short today. I do have some projects I need to get done myself that I'm not going to record. So I'm just going to get them done. I need to get them done. And then I have something I have to do later. So I need to be on it. But I am going to save these to do the back side. Just so you know. I'm going to tuck that away for right now. And then these are just my transfer scissors, y'all. They're perfect for all of our transfers. They're available in my online shop. Everything I'm showing you today is going to be available in my online shop. And I'm thinking I'm going to use, I might use the Ocean Mist because it's very soft. But let me see. I might do something a little more bold for the guy. Let's see. I'm probably, for the Christmas, I'm probably going to do like a red and a couture teal. But I'm thinking for the I think I might use these 2 colors and do her in a little bit softer color and him in a little bit more vibrant color. Just because, in nature, the male is usually more vibrant in its coloring in animals, right? So anyway, you guys choose whatever colors you want. These are going to go with my decor and work in with my winter theme. So just you do what works for you. I would actually love it if they were shimmer, but I don't have any kind of blue shimmer, if you believe that. I might even go over it in my frost just to see if I can add a little bit of sparkle to it since it's Christmas. Or not Christmas, but winter. So now that hard part's gone, I knew I was using blues, just didn't know what. Always keep a wet paper towel or a baby wipe near you to use. I'm going to just use some mini squeegees today. These are minis. Any questions about any products I'm using today, guys? Just add it in the comment or send me a message. Hopefully I'll see your comments if you are commenting. If you're here live, thank you for joining me. If you're watching the replay, I'd love to know that you're watching the replay too. So you can always just type replay in there or say hi or let me know what you think about the project. It helps me if you sprinkle my video, just sharing it or tagging a friend that you think might be interested in it. Just kind of gets me out into the world. And I just love sharing my love of crafting with friends. So I would love it if you want to do that for me. Again, say hi, touch base. I love to craft with friends. It's much more fun to craft with friends. That's my mantra, or no, what is it? My motto. It's much more fun to craft with friends. So, you know, that's why I do this. Since I can't see you in person or be with everybody in person or be with a lot of people in person, this is why I do it. I do it to educate, to inspire, to encourage, or just entertain. Now, as you can see, these transfers are made for these cutouts. So it's not going to be necessarily 100% perfect, but it's going to be pretty daggone close. So you just want to try to line up the area that's open that you want. This area is our silkscreen area, as you can see through it. That's where our image is going to go onto our deer. So I am trying, and it can be a little tricky. This is the longest part of the whole project. I will be honest with you, I did not wax these today. I decided I was going to try it without it just to see, because some people may or may not have surface wax, which is what we recommend on wood products. This has already got a coating on it of a whitewash, so I'm just trying to see how it would do without it. That way, if you didn't have it, I would know what you would be experiencing. So I'm just trying to do a little trial and error here. Like I said, this is the trickiest part, getting it lined up. I have not used this transfer before, so it's brand new, and I didn't even fuzz it because, here's why I did not fuzz it. Usually I will fuzz my transfers, especially if they're brand new and I'm putting them on wood. But because we're using this wood cutout, and as you can see, once I get it on here, I'm trying really hard to make it grab. That's why another reason I did not wax is because this has a lot of open silkscreen area. Very little of the fabric on the cutout. So to grab onto, which is what you want because it's sticky on the other side and you want it to stay in place. So as you can see, there's a lot of area that's exposed on this guy, which is going to look fabulous when I do it. But I want this to grab well. So that's why I did not fuzz it, and that's why I didn't wax it. Okay. So just press that down the best you can. You may have to kind of hold it in place a little bit when you're doing this guy because he has so much silkscreen. And I'm going to go ahead and put on my girl too. I'm going to put hers on. Now, you'll have to make sure you put it on the right way. I don't think you can mess it up, but there is a right side and a wrong side, as you can see this direction. The other one is definitely, so I don't think you can make that mistake, but just as a side note. Let's see how this one does. This one has a little less silkscreen area. It might be a little tricky. I'm going to try to see through to place it. It's a little more tricky to find her right placement. So how is your Thursday going? Yay, you guys, it's Thursday. We're almost to the weekend. If you don't work on the weekends, I'm sure you love that. I work pretty much every day, to be honest with y'all, except for Sundays. I try to give myself a little break. I work pretty much every day, but I'm also, you know, a mom, a grandmama, I run a house, so I don't really get a day off. And I still look forward to the weekends because at least it's a little slower pace, at least in the mornings. I don't have to get right up and earlier and get ready. And I'm thankful my youngest son is still in high school, but he's virtual this year still. And he does not have to start we don't have to get up at 6 o'clock because school starts at 7. And my youngest, our grandson doesn't get up that super early, so I don't have to start like, you know, before the sun's up or as the sun's coming up. So I'm always thankful for that, but weekends it's even a little slower because Poppy steps in and helps out in the mornings so that I can have a little bit of a break. And of course, the little one loves it because he can usually talk Poppy into making pancakes or French toast or waffles or going for donuts. You know, poppies get to have all the fun, just like a lot of times dads. Not in this case because my son is a single dad, but a lot of times dads too, right? They always get the fun job. Okay, here we go. That one went on there much stronger. So, but I still think I'm going to be fine. But this one, like I said, just be careful if you're going to get it. It's not going to mess it up. It's going to be great no matter what you do, y'all. And I'm trying to think through how I can add a little shimmer to this after the fact, but not mix my colors. So this color is actually not available on my website, but lots of different blues we have on the website. This one is actually a special one that they put out at convention last year. I don't know, maybe it'll come out this year, I don't know. But it was only 2 reps. But it's very similar to a color we have called Lakeshore. So if you're interested in this color, this is our Creamy Dreamy formula. I'm going to call it paste, but it's really just wet chalk. So I apply it with a squeegee, and I just apply it to the silkscreen area. I put it right on there, and I just go for it. Like I said, just kind of have to maybe hold it in place just to be sure it doesn't shift. And if it does, I don't think it's going to be the end of the world, y'all. It's a little messier down here just because I'm coming off the edge. But you just apply the chalk paste to the silkscreen area. And you can go any direction you want just to make sure you get coverage. And then once I'm done, I usually go back over it and pull off any extra. And put it right back in my jar. This is a 3-ounce jar, but I have had it, well, I've had this one since the summer. I mean, obviously I have a variety of colors. I don't just stick with a few. I would probably go through it a lot faster. So see, I'm now just pulling off kind of extra and making it smooth to make sure I don't have any lines. So this is not a stencil. It's better than a stencil because it's got a silk screen to help you have a really nice crisp image, and it's adhesive on the back. It's sticky so that it stays in place. You don't have to use painter's tape or something like that to keep your image in place. And then the best part about it is that it's reusable. You can use this 10, 12, 15 times, depending on how well you take care of your transfers. These wash in your sink with just cold water, your hand, a board eraser, a sponge. Board erasers are something that I offer in my shop that go along with this, and they help clean off chalkboard surfaces that we sell. And they're great for the transfers as well. And even the sticky side, if I had fuzzed it, once you wash it, the fuzz comes off. You let it air dry, put it back on that backer sheet, back in its protective sleeve, and save it until you're ready to use next time. So you can use this on, oh, oops, didn't even think about that. That's why you keep your wet cloth beside you, always. It's just chalk paste, so even if it gets on my clothes, if it gets anywhere else, it's not going to stain. It's going to wash off. But I made a thumbprint, I think, on my guy. We'll see if it's still there. That wasn't very smart. Okay, I'm done. Pretty sure I'm done. So I'm going to go ahead and put any extra. You notice that did not take much at all. That's why it lasts so long. These 3-ounce jars will last you a long time. We do sell a lot of these colors in single packets as well, just so you know. Okay, so I can tell, it appears that I have covered my whole silk screen area, as you can see. So I'm going to peel it back slowly so that if I missed anything, I can go back with my squeegee and just go right back over it. But let's do our peel, reveal, and squeal. Do you see how beautiful it is? Look, guys, look. Okay, I just remembered before I peel it back, I said I wanted to get some shimmer on it, right? Because I want to make it more frosty looking because of snow. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take another squeegee, a clean one, and I'm going to grab some of my shimmer frost. Okay, I'm going to grab what I think is going to be enough for the whole thing because I don't want to dip back in here after I'm done. I am going to take this, and while I have this all down, I am going to smear. It is kind of like smearing it. If you can smear a bagel or butter toast or frost a cake, which actually can be difficult, then you can do this. My 4-year-old grandson can do this. I am just going to go right back over exactly where I put my first layer. And I'm going to add a little shimmer to it because that's just how I am. I am a shimmer girl. I love shimmer stuff. I have fairy hair in, so if you see something sparkled, that's what it is. It's called fairy hair. I just love shimmer. It's like my adult version of coloring my hair with crazy colors. I don't do that much. I might color it a little bit. I'm actually thinking about doing that in February. But I don't do it a lot. But that's my adult version. Having fun. Okay, so as you can see, I'm just going right over what I just did, and I'm doing it fairly quickly because I don't want anything to dry. Our chalk paste, and then I'm going to set that aside. Our chalk paste dries to the touch in about 5 minutes or less. So now let's see, because I think it's going to make it even more. Yes, more fabulous. Okay, here we go, guys. Ta-da! And now we have a beautiful winter deer. And you notice that because I put that sheen on it, now it's going to be a little more sparkly, a little more sheen. I do not see my thumbprint, so I think I didn't mess up too badly there. And it kind of changes the color a little bit. It lightens it up a little bit, makes it more frosty looking, right? I don't know about you guys, but when I think about winter, blue is the color that comes to mind. So I don't know why, it just does. So I'm going to set my transfer down. I'm going to just spray a little water on it because I can't run to my sink and wash it right now, but I will when I get off of the live. I will clean it up because I may want to use that for another project. Now, you may say, oh, okay, well, that's really cute and stuff, but I don't know if I would use the deer itself, but I might use that. You can use these transfers anywhere. You don't have to have the deer cutouts. I just think they're pretty awesome, but you can use them anywhere. By the way, I'll also clean my squeegee with just cold water in the sink. I'm going to close up my lid on that because that's how you keep it moist and make sure that you can keep it for a long time and use it. You can just take these stencils, these transfers, and just place them on let's say you have, maybe you want to make a little, almost like a background or a picture or a sign of your own, and you think, oh, but that might be kind of cool to have a snowy deer in the background. Now, obviously, it's not going to be like outlined unless you go back over it and do it yourself, but you can take the transfer, you could even put it on your front door, you could put it in your kitchen, on your refrigerator, whatever you wanted to do. I might even do that. I don't have anything going on in my kitchen right now, and it would be fun. You can put it on your microwave, whatever you want. You can put it right on there and do it, and it would still give you that image. And especially this one, since it has so much coverage, you would really know that that was a deer if you just use the transfer, right? So that's going to dry to the touch in about 5 minutes. I love it. It's beautiful. Let's set him aside so that I don't mess him up in the meantime. Okay, because I'm already getting blue on me. Okay, so now let's do our little sweet girl over here and make her pretty. Same thing. I am going to use, this one is called Ocean Mist. So it's a very, very soft blue. It's got a lot of gray undertones, which, again, I feel like this kind of is very indicative of winter. I probably don't even need that much. If you can see how much I have on my squeegee, probably don't even need that much, but we're going to start with that. So just apply it directly to my silkscreen areas. Don't worry about it if you get it on the material, because it's going to wash right off. The darker colors sometimes leave a stain on the material because the pigment's a little darker, but it doesn't affect the silkscreen. As long as you keep your silkscreen area clear and clean, then you reuse it. That's the area you want to concentrate on when you're cleaning, but you know, it all should wash off. The border erasers do a really good job. That blue may pick up some of a stain, but it's not going to affect me reusing it. All right, that was super easy. I'm just going to go back over it one last time, make sure I've got everything, and then just kind of pull off any extra. And you can see I still have some left on there. Put it right back in my jar. And one of these days I'm going to get better about cleaning the edges of my jar. I'm bad about going back and doing that. I feel like I'm always kind of rushing to get my projects done, to get the next thing done, get the next thing done, and get things cleaned. And then, luckily, what I love about this product is that look how fast I was done. I was done, and I can say, okay, I'm done. Instead of it being like, okay, now I did that, now I got to do this, now I got to do that, I got to go back, whatever. That's what I love about this product. All right, so you can see she's all covered. I'm going to add a little bit to her. Now, I probably have a tiny bit of that other blue on there, but I'm not upset about it. I'm going to roll with it, because if it picks up a little bit of that, I'm not going to be upset. I think it might add some dimension to her. So I'm just going to grab a little bit more and go for it. Like I said, if it picks up a little bit of the blue, still, I could have cleaned that and just reused the squeegee clean, but I decided it might add a little fun if she has a little hint of blue in her behind or her back area, right? Just kind of coordinate with him a little. All right, any questions, feel free to ask. Again, if you'll hit that heart button, and if you consider sprinkling, let's see, I'm even thinking, okay, so I pretty much used all of that. I'm just going to wipe that off now because I don't know if it has any more blue in it. I could just go back over her with this squeegee that has a little bit of blue on it. Just playing a little. Just playing a little. I don't want to dip it back in, but I figure if there's still some left on the squeegee, hey, cool. Just adds a little more dimension to it. All right, now make sure I've got my fingers clean. Okay, let's see what she looks like. All set. See? All right, here we go. I'm pretty sure I got her covered. I'm not going to go too slow. Oh, yes. That is so precious. Oh, I love the way that color looks on there. Look. Look, you guys. Isn't she pretty? She's so dainty looking. I love it. I love that snowflake. And you can see, yep, I can see my sparkle and shimmer. You might not be able to. It's hard with the cameras. It's hard for me to even capture it in a picture. But I've got a little shimmer, a little sparkle in there, just like I love. All right, I'm going to set this down and spray that one too. And then we're finished. So I'm going to pull him over. Again, that'll be drying about 5 minutes or so. I could speed up the process with a one of my little dryers, but I'm not going to because I don't need to for this purpose. But look, because I can hold her without messing her up. But here we go. Let's see what the couple looks like. Put my lid back on. And grab him. I don't think he's quite dry yet, so I'm still trying to be careful. But look how precious they look together. Don't they look amazing? So this weekend I'm going to change over to some winter decor. And these are going to work just perfectly. I'm going to find a nice little spot for them to showcase them. They could go on a tiered tray. They could go on your, I have built-ins. They're probably going to go on the built-ins, or yeah, they'll probably go on the built-ins. I don't think I'm going to put them in the dining room where I have all the other reindeer and deer that I have, because that's more browns. And if I had the other set and was doing these, I would put them in there. But these are more, the living room is the area that will be more wintry looking. As far as like blues and grays and silvers and whites, that's the one room that I do that in, that and the breakfast nook. So they're going to go somewhere in there. But aren't they cute? I might even just set them on my breakfast nook table. I could have done this in a greenish blue, more of a green. I have a light green. I could have done that because I have green in there. But I love how they turned out. I hope you did too. I hope you loved seeing how easy it was. I hope I gave you some ideas for some other versatile ways to use them. If you have any questions about any of the products I tried out today or shared today, please just send me a message or put a comment. It might be the same question someone else has. I'd love to share this information